It's pretty fair to say that I love dogs. I've dedicated my life to them and I share my life with my own. But that doesn't mean I think they're all perfect for everyone and anyone can have any dog. For first-time owners, this is especially important because there are some types of dogs that are just an absolute nightmare for people without experience. And I'm going to be warning you against some dogs today, even ones that I love, if you're new to dog ownership. But first, what makes a dog unsuitable for a first-timer? Well, I think there are 3 really important criteria. First up is energy level, because a dog who just bounces off the walls is not only exhausting, but also potentially dangerous, and isn't going to be easy to manage, especially one who recharges fast even after exercise. Second is the tendency towards aggression or reactivity, which is obviously a huge issue even for professional behaviourists. And finally, the third thing is independence. First-time owners aren't suited for dogs that don't look for guidance and direction and are more prone to making their own decisions, which in the wrong situations often have deadly consequences. So with that said, which breeds are the worst picks for first-time owners? First on my list is the spectacular whirlwind of potential chaos that is the Belgian Malinois. The Malinois is obviously an incredible dog, intelligent, driven, athletic, but it has these qualities in excess when you try to put them just into a normal home. Even quite experienced owners struggle to fulfill the energy requirements of this absolute workhorse, a breed that, at its best, can run at full tilt for 8 hours a day. Unless you're working your dog most of every day with running, play, obedience, sport, puzzles and more, you're not going to manage this exercise. A couple of daily walks will barely scratch the surface. Add to this the fact that they were bred to bite, work and with intensity, which isn't necessarily the same as aggression, but which has the same outcome, and you're looking at a potential nightmare. The only thing that we can say in their favour for first-time owners is that they are very engaged, meaning they can be trained, but this is unfortunately a double-edged sword as well, because they need to be trained highly and repetitively. The Instagram videos of these dogs are amazing, but the inboxes of behaviourists tell a much worse, much sadder story about poor breed selection. Now, my next awful choice for first-time owners is the Shaggy Titan that is the Tibetan Mastiff. Now, this huge dog might look like a soppy love bug, maybe like the Newfie, but these two dogs could not be more different. The Newfoundland dog is sociable with anyone and most anything. The Tibetan Mastiff is hostile to most outsiders and anything that it deems a threat, which is most things. They have very short fuses and can react with deadly force in a millisecond, which is far too great a liability for most people, let alone first-time owners. Yes, some showline specimens are more easygoing, but these dogs are livestock guardians designed to act without guidance to neutralize threats to their flock or herd, even if that threat is nothing more than you. If you've not got livestock to protect and absolutely top-level training and socialization skills that can compensate for deeply ingrained instincts to act dangerously, then steer clear of the Tibetan Mastiff. Now, before we move on to the next breed, I just want to quickly let you know, if you're considering what breed to get as a first-time owner, it doesn't matter what breed you choose if you don't train and raise them appropriately. Even incredible breeds for first-time owners like a Showline Labrador can go terribly wrong without proper socialization, manners and obedience. And to help you make sure you get it right, I created a completely free course, My Principles to Perfect Puppy Training. So after this video, if you want to go and check it out, no strings attached, completely free, there'll be a link in the description box below and we'll see you there. Now, this next dog is maybe my biggest warning of a choice, and not because it's necessarily any worse for first-time owners than the Tibetan Mastiff, but instead because it is getting really popular in this country right now, and that's the Caucasian Shepherd. Much like the Tibetan Mastiff, this beast of a dog is an enormous livestock guardian. It was bred in the USSR from powerful flock guardians to be an unstoppable force against intruders and to act without any human guidance. An independent, gigantic and unbelievably intense dog is not a good choice for 99% of homes, let alone the home of a first-time owner. So whilst they may be popular like Malis and impressive like Tibetans, They are just as much liabilities of both of them combined. There are plenty of dogs, guard dogs included, who can work with first-time owners, so don't despair. This dude just isn't it. He may look like a teddy bear, but he has the potential to behave like a grizzly bear.